This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Get a 99cent.com or transfer with code MMA99. DraftKings, Daily Fantasy MMA. Use code MMA Nuts for a 100% deposit bonus. Benso, get 15% off your order with code MMA Nuts. Woo! Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 241.
241.
My name is Ingo Weigold.
Matt Groove, MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans. We're locked line between serious and ridiculous. What's happening?
Not much, man. It's going down on the Twitterverse.
There is.
Things are happening.
We're going to talk about it.
We're going to wait a few minutes to see if anything new pops up.
That's right.
This always sucks. Whenever a news story breaks in the middle or right as we tape a show,
yeah,
I always feel like we're going to be behind. Because by tomorrow, there's going to be so much. There's going to be.
The funny thing, I was thinking we could just go two ways with that topic and just film them both, and then I could edit it depending upon what happens tomorrow.
Okay.
But I don't think anything's going to happen.
We have inside information.
We're breaking news.
6 different things.
We are going to break news. Ingo's going to break news later.
I am?
Yep. Okay. So, what should we start talking about? Some UFC 186 recap. I hear it was the legendary card of the year.
Who watched that card?
The biggest, I don't know, the biggest gate of the year.
Really?
$668,000.
Wow. Crazy.
The rumor was that all the top upper tier sections were shut down. Only the 100 level open.
That doesn't surprise me. And, you know, given that Tito Ortiz has all this fat money, he could have bought this entire card, every seat in the house. Because didn't he spend like $250,000 on Manny Pacquiao?
2 tickets?
Mayweather
so you could have bought 6 tickets and eclipsed the fucking...
Yes.
The whole card. The whole fucking
Just bought
thing.
everyone's tickets. Fuck it. Yeah, so...
Wow.
Craziness. That's happening this weekend, by the way, Saturday. Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, the fight of the century. They're calling.
He looks like he's juiced out of his mind.
Apparently, this may be bigger than Ali Frazier.
I think the
George Foreman.
What was the cheapest ticket? I want to say it was $1,500.
Yeah, it's not cheap. Not cheap.
And what was with the delay? Before we get into the recap, wasn't there a huge delay? Like a week away, and then they finally decide, let's put the tickets on sale. I guess there was some contract going on.
Contractuals. There was rumors that Floyd never signed the contract. Up until like last Thursday, Friday, this shit was going around. Like people were saying, you know, he didn't sign it, and you know, I don't know. It could be showmanship. Could be who knows with these boxing guys. You know, who the fuck knows?
Smoke mirrors. There might have been a masturbatory clause in there for all I know.
Could be. I mean, this is big money. This could be the largest pay-per-view in the history of pay-per-views. At $100 times given 6, I'm going to say they get a buy rate of over 8 million.
Wow.
I think we're approaching the 10 million buy rate worldwide. I think it's going to be crazy how many people buy this fucking thing.
And what was the rumor on how much money these guys are going to make? Is it 100 million each or something crazy?
Oh well,
like
yeah. I think Manny's getting around 100 million to show, and Floyd is getting around 150 just to walk in the fucking ring. Just to go there, and then never mind the sponsorships and all kinds of other shit.
It's like Ken Shamrock fucking money right there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Add a couple zeros.
That huge fight's coming up. Spike TV, where you at?
Well, you know, so Spike TV. Yeah, they should have put this fight on Spike. So I don't know. If you're into boxing, I'm sure this is gonna be like your one weekend of the year where you're gonna go
fucking cum your pants right now.
Yeah.
So back to 186, this most epic card.
I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer, but
what?
I just feel like talking about this card seems silly. Nobody watched this card.
What?
I don't even know who's watching this card.
Exactly, not me.
Not even live. Nobody watched this shit.
I will give you the best walkout song of the night, though.
Go for it.
Patrick Cote, Cherry Pie.
Oh, nice. She's my cherry pie.
Who comes out to that? And then who did Riggs come out to? Here I Go Again by Whitesnake or something?
That is the Joe Riggs.
Yes.
Okay.
Diesel. 170.
Well.
But I don't even want to talk about most of the fights. Just I want to talk about some of the other shit. That you had Bisping and Dollaway. They fought. That happened.
Yeah, that was supposedly a scrap. Bisping got scrappy.
His eye is still freaking me out every time he talks.
I saw like some clips of the first round. He looked like he was losing, but apparently he turned it on in the second and third.
Did you see Fabio Maldonado before he got into the octagon? He had to get a pedicure done.
No.
They were cutting his toenails because they were too long.
Really?
Is that an issue in jiu-jitsu with grappling? Do you ever
some guys have toenails?
Get cut or something?
Yeah, for sure. Especially on the feet. Like, because, if you're like, when you're wrapped up, you get on the ankle. I've had I forget which foot it is, but I have a scar on my foot. Somebody had big ass fucking monkey fucking toenails. And I got home and I go, motherfucker, it's a cut like this. You see, see it doesn't go away. Sliced all the way down the foot. Yeah, you got to chop those. I keep my nails short, I bite these motherfuckers, so that's fine. But the feet, you got to keep them short. Some guys don't. You don't want to roll with those guys.
No, that's no good, right?
Yeah, no.
We even used to, remember, even just from the gloves, and we would clinch up from the fucking Velcro.
Yep.
You get that on the fucking neck.
Yep.
I want to say fuck a lot. Fucking fuck.
Fucking fuck.
What else about this card? Oh, so Rampage gets to win. I like this catchweight action. They fought 215. He still had to cut down anyway. After the fight, he says he wants to avenge all his losses in the UFC.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He wants to fight the Shogun.
Of course.
Rashad.
Of course.
Who else? Glover. And then he wants to make his way back up to the Jon Jones.
Okay. Well, he may have a shot. Jon Jones the climb to Jon Jones might have gotten shorter at this point.
I don't know.
There's a lot of shit going around the internet about.
Yeah, we'll get to him soon, shortly. And then we had the main event, and I guess most of the people started exiting while Mighty Mouse is performing, or even before or during. And Dana White says, I don't give a shit if people are leaving. And Mighty Mouse, I think up to the fight, said something along the lines of, if you don't want to watch me, that's your fucking bad.
Sure. Well, I mean, what else is he going to say? He's going to cry about it? No.
You can't do anything.
You can't do anything. It's obvious these lower weight classes are not a draw. And I don't know if it's the personalities or the style of fighting, or it just, most people consider there's going to be not a knockout, right?
Yeah, I think it's all the above. When you're the same size as my 7th grade daughter, I don't want to watch you fight. I'm sorry.
I don't know, Matt. Your daughters come from pretty significant gene pools, so I think they are bigger than most women.
I don't know.
At this age. Don't you think?
Not really. Because I may be supplementing them.
He's like, here, take
a little for me, a little for you. Have you heard of the woman called the Chris Cyborg?
Jesus Christ.
We're going to start you early.
Yes.
Don't worry about children. It'll all work itself out. This thing called adoption.
Just eat. Eat this and take that.
It'll all work out. Yeah. Or not. Yeah, it's I'll go back into it. I think it's really the old school UFC where, 155 was the bottom. I think that's where the cutoff really needs to be. It almost, what do you think, I'll ask you, what do you think the percentages of people that enjoy the lighter weight class? Let's just start with 125. Just say in general, do you think it's 50% of people enjoy it?
I would say no, because I think the UFC's fan base is still predominantly I would say majority of the watching audience, whether it's by a few percent or a lot more than that, is not well educated in actual martial arts themselves. I think they watch the sport, they probably enjoy it for what it is, but so I would say that I think in order to appreciate that weight class, you have to be a martial artist or someone practicing some sort of art form to appreciate the technicality of what's happening. But even then,
talking like Amir Sadala technicality.
Correct. That technical. I am speaking, or Lyoto Machida technical.
Okay, I gotta make sure.
So they're so small. It seems. At the end of the day, I think the whole thing is still a spectacle. So like when you go, like you think like Gladiator, right? Are you not entertained? That's what people want to see. I don't care. It seems brutal, and it seems like I don't know what you even want to call it. Like the word for it. Like we're fucking.
It's called discrimination.
No.
I don't want to see little dudes going at it. It's just it doesn't do anything for me. I always preferred the biggest. Like, go back to, like, the Brock Lesnar. Remember when Brock Lesnar was going to fight Shane Carwin?
Yes.
We were going, is the fucking cage even going to hold these guys? These guys are so big. They're cutting down to 265. We don't know. We didn't know what would happen, right? Yes. It was fireworks for sure. Something's going to happen. Someone could die. We didn't know.
That's what you like about it. Yes.
You can't say that about 125. No. Like, there's no fireworks. There's no potential of somebody dying. There's potential for cardio and speed and footwork.
It's a different thing. It's a different thing. I think, yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm going to say it. Get rid of 125. Get rid of 135. I probably keep 145, but my level of interest just kind of wanes the lighter you go. Yeah, of course, there's a balance in the weight classes, too.
You think it's because guys in general you look at one of those guys in the lighter weight classes, and you look at him and you see him in person and you go, I can kick that guy's ass. Not that you can. They will kick the shit out of you.
My ass.
For sure.
A 125-pounder is going to kick my ass.
No, I mean, they will kick your ass. I mean, of course. I'm not saying I can kick someone's ass. That's, an MMA fighter, that's even 110 pounds probably kill me. But the point is that when you see a guy that's 200-some pounds, right, you look at that motherfucker and you go, that guy will fuck me up. And you go, that guy is going to fight that other guy that can fuck me up, and that's cool. And I think that's maybe what, that's what it sounds. I don't know. What do you even? I'm trying to think of a word.
I don't know. It worked.
Archaic?
It worked when it was the WEC, but I don't know if that's just because it was a smaller cage. I enjoyed watching the WEC, and I think when maybe it gets lost when you get into this massive octagon, makes the little dudes look even littler when they have so much room to run around.
Yeah, and I wonder, if the UFC will ever change it. I doubt it. They definitely can't put a cage in. It'd have to shrink somehow. But
drop one. Yeah, you. I don't know. They
can't put a cage in because then it makes them seem like little kids, like little kids fighting, right?
There's nothing wrong with it. They are. They're 7th graders. They go.
What the fuck? You can make the ring smaller for us? Come on, this is bullshit. So yeah.
Well, maybe they just. I don't know how you do it. Something's got to come down from the ceiling, or they fight on the prelims or. He can't the thing is, and you're seeing it, he can't headline a card. He's not fucking selling pay-per-views.
Well, granted, he had another finish very late after.
The latest finish ever.
Yeah, even later than
4:59 in the 5th round.
Anderson Silva over Chael Sonnen.
Well, why does he wait? Finish him earlier.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. We'll have to see. They're not going away, man. They're gonna stick around.
Unfortunate. When you talk about, they have so many cards you have to fill. You can't get rid of a weight division unless you're going to build another division. Why not? Let's go right into this. How about a 225-pound?
I like it.
Because I see, we have all these guys that come in. They have to cut to get to 265. Oh, fuck. Why do we even have to cut? Why can't you just make another division? 225 limit, so you're going to get 206 to 225. And then over 225 would be the heavyweight. It'd be fucking whatever. Because think about all the guys that could slide in and out of that 225. There's a whole slew. You could start with, and even guys from 205 going up, Rumble Johnson could easily destroy. He's destroying at 205, but he could destroy at 225. You got Brendan Schaub, who's trying to cut from heavyweight to go down to 205. He would be a nice person. Crow Cop would be a nice person. Rampage could go in there. There's a whole slew that can go either way. A lot of the 240 guys, Glover Teixeira could probably go up to 225. There'd be some action.
So the weight class is 225?
Yes. Miocic, Arlovsky, Cormier, all guys that could go up or down.
Josh Barnett.
I don't know about that 265. He's pushing the poundage.
Yes.
So I would love to see that. It seems like
I'm all for it, man. I like it.
You get some. That would be some real shitty, or not shitty fights, but some real fucking excitement, man.
Shitty fights.
It'd be like 125, but 100 pounds more. Anyway, what else you got going on news? Are you gonna break some news right now?
Oh,
breaking news! Here you go.
A lot of pressure. So, it's no secret that I've been training under Comprido. jiu-jitsu for, I think it's like 5 years already almost. It's been a while. So I still suck.
Are you going to demock me right now?
I still suck. That's not the news. My jiu-jitsu is still terrible. But I was in the gym last week, and I was kind of rapping with him. He just got his citizenship, so congratulations, U.S. citizenship. He has dual citizenship. I guess he's been trying to do this for a while. So that's big news. But we were kind of talking, and he was like, yeah. I was like, you want to make some video? I want to make a video, man. Like, let's do something. And he goes, well, he's like, you know, he's like, I could tell you about something. I'm like what? He goes, well, you know, like, I couldn't tell you then, but I was with Brock. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you know, we were training. Like, we had all the team back together, and he was working out, and we were seeing, it was kind of like we were seeing what was what. Like, what do we got going on here? And he's like, he looked amazing. He's like, he's fast, and he looked healthy, and he had his confidence back, and he was just, you know, he was, whatever. I don't know. He didn't say that part. So, which is ironic, because he's so against, like, all that stuff. I don't know. That's neither here nor there.
Right.
Anyways, so, but he was like, this was happening right around the time when all those rumors were flying around, where Brock was going to sign with the UFC and whatever. And I was like, well, what happened? Like, he goes, well, the one thing all the coaches kept telling Brock was like, listen, man, you got to be 100%. Like, you need to have your family support. You need to feel 100% committed. We want to do this with you, but we don't want to do it if you're not committed. And I think that, you know, back when he got sick, I think the big thing that Comprido never verbalized to me, but I feel like he kind of wanted to say was that, you know, the big problem with Brock was he lost his confidence. Like, and he lost the support from the people that love him because they were so worried that he was going to die or whatever. You know, I mean, he almost did die. So, I mean, he was just, his eyes got so big. He's like, man, he looked amazing. And I'm like, are you shitting me? He goes, no, I'm telling you, like, I mean, he was just athletic and fast and strong. And you know, we were kind of doing techniques and stuff and whatever. Things were good. And he's like, and then he went back inside the contract with WWE.
But to me, it sounds like that's opposite of Dana White, because Dana said, oh, we were never close. Well, if he's training, it's pretty fucking close then.
I think that he brought everyone in to kind of like, all right, what are we doing? Like, are we going to do this? And maybe he decided that he wasn't for whatever reasons. I'm sure it had a lot of financial, I mean, I don't know, get a bunch of $1 million to like wrestle around, or get $1 million to get in the face. I don't, you know, whatever's better. But, and he's getting up there. He's almost 40.
I know, but I always wanted him to come back. God damn it. And then maybe later this week you'll have some more insight on that.
I might see if Comprido will do a video. We'll see. But I kind of feel like Comprido thinks it's never going to happen now, because
it's
too
done
late
at this point.
Yeah,
if he didn't get in now,
it's
over.
But I mean, he was excited about it. He was like, I could see the light in his eyes. I think he wanted. He always has told me, he's like, man, he goes, if that shit didn't happen with the stomach, he could have been champ for a while. I think that's true, because he always would say, like, man, this guy learns so well. He picks everything, and he's so dedicated. You don't have to push him. He pushes himself. Like, so a guy like that, it's like a GSP, you know, it's like an Anderson Silva, whatever. They're self-motivated, but this shit just kind of hit him at the wrong. I mean, it could have been epic. He could have broke all.
He could have at least defended the title 3 times, you know. He still holds the record. He's tied for most title defenses.
He does, yeah.
The fucking heavyweight division.
So, unfortunately, fans, I do not think Brock Lesnar will ever come back to fight MMA. There's really no reason for him.
Ship has sailed now.
Yeah. So, but, you know, we'll see where things go with, like, CM Punk or maybe some other big name. We need another big name, you know?
Like a heavyweight, though.
Yeah.
I think that was the draw, though, too. You have this fucking freak athlete at 265 plus. Just a specimen.
Look at him. He's next to Shane Carwin, and he makes Shane Carwin look small.
Yes.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Those are 2 massively huge human beings.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's freak show, but a skilled freak show, and
yes.
It's something that we're missing now. We don't have that, like, oh my God, what the fuck is gonna happen kind of fight.
Yep.
I miss Brock.
Me too. Those are always exciting.
Yep.
So, what else you got?
Well, we had a new season, Ultimate Fighter start, Blackzillians versus American Top Team.
Did you watch?
Little bit. I was devastated because the TiVo did not record in HD, so I get very irritated trying to watch the non-HD.
Can't believe it's not in HD. Can't believe it's not in HD.
I can't get around that the whole time. So I'll just fast forward. It looked like they were showing more of the training and the thought process into how they're picking, because basically the way it works is they don't know who's fighting until the weigh-in or something. So like Blackzillians, they pick their top guy and put him out, and the other team picks their top guy and put him out on the day of the weigh-in. So neither team knows which guy is going to go.
Well,
and then they fight it out, and then the winner gets to pick where you're going to have the next fight, because the fights either happen at the Blackzillian Training Center or American Top Team Training
Oh, wow.
Center.
Interesting.
So it seems like there's a good, obviously, there's the owners do not care for each other. There's some bad blood. I think one worked for the other, and the other guy starts a team, claims that he's taking some of his talent, and blah, blah, blah.
This is all happening in Florida, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like, I'm skipping through. Obviously, they're all still living in a house, so there's still some bullshit, so just kind of fast forwarding. It was an okay fight for the first one, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes. I mean, it's time for a change. Obviously, you can't keep doing 20-plus seasons of the same shit, and looks like you're almost to that point where you've seen it when you had country versus country, where it's very passionate of this team versus this team, but now it's true team versus team. So cautiously optimistic right now. We'll see what happens.
Okay. I have it recorded. If I hear it's good, I'll probably start watching it.
Yeah. It's a lot to get into.
It is.
There's a lot going on, right?
There is.
What else you got? You got some jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah. I want to bring this up because it's pretty amazing. Gabi Garcia versus Mackenzie Dern just happened, and Mackenzie Dern beat her, which is pretty amazing given that she's way smaller. It's like a true David and Goliath story. And, Gabi's supposedly off the fur firm.
I don't know about that.
She looks pretty big.
She looks like the kind of woman that stuffs socks in her pussy.
Ouch. Just for fun.
I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
Like a big cock.
Right.
Speaking of socks in her pussy,
what?
Did you see the Bruce Jenner thing with Barbara Walters?
Here we go. No.
Or Barbara Walters? No. The other fucking lady. I don't
Diane
know.
Sawyer?
That's it. Thank you. I get the two confused.
Fire.
My wife always yells at me, "That's not Barbara." I'm like, I know, but they're serving the same purpose. She took over for the thing, whatever. Right. It was pretty interesting. The man was like the all-American hero, right? And now he's going to become a woman. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Whatever.
It's just interesting because he kind of looks like a woman too. It's weird. You look at it.
I think it's because he's hanging around all the women. He's probably associating as a woman.
But apparently, like, the one thing I never knew was like wanting to be a woman doesn't necessarily mean you want to be with dudes, which is confusing. I'm not sure.
He's just a lesbian.
I'm not sure how to take.
I'm a lesbian,
and he was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Does it? I guess that's not like a thing. I don't know. You could want to become a woman and still like women and dudes.
Sure. It's all about scissoring. All about scissoring.
So it's going to be interesting. I think that he's going to, over the next year, he's going to transition, as they call it. So
you're going to cut it off?
Maybe that will happen to Cyborg.
Is he going to go clear?
He's probably already clear. It's going to happen to Cyborg. She's going to grow a penis.
Do you know she doesn't have one already?
He might.
I'd be willing to find out. Piggyback ride. That's all I'm asking for.
If you ever meet her.
Piggyback ride.
Right. Yeah.
Come on, Cyborg. Feed me butter popcorn, jelly beans. Piggyback ride.
I love it. What else you got? Anything?
Well, I guess Reebok, or the UFC, has restructured their sponsorship deal. So now, instead of it being based on rankings, they're going to do it based on the number of fights that you've had in the UFC. So I believe it's going to go 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and what's the other one? 16 to 20.
That seems more fair.
The rumor is that the pay scale for that, so you're going to get $5,000 if you've had 0 to 5 fights, 8 to 10 grand for the 5 to 10 fights, 12 to 15 grand for 11 to 15 fights, and 18 to 20 grand for the 16 to 20 fights.
Per fight?
Yes.
Wow, that's not bad.
It sounds better. It sounds like the guys on the low end are really making out the best, because you're not going to get 5,000 with like no fights in the UFC as a sponsor. But a guy like Brendan Schaub, I want to say he was getting 60 grand in sponsor money, and someone like Joe Lozon was probably getting on the higher end. So I just wonder if this is true, is the UFC going to compensate the other guys that are going to take a hit? I mean, you could show them, hey, listen, here's where I was at this last year in sponsor money, and you're only going to get me this much. Are you going to make up the difference then?
The answer would be no, Matt.
Why?
Because fuck you.
UFC lawsuit number 6 coming your way.
Fuck you and your fucking sponsor money.
And my likeness in perpetuity.
Yeah. Well, this shit's coming up soon. Like, we're like a month and a half away, right?
For what?
From this officially hitting? A month, 2 months?
Yeah, July, right?
July. I thought it was June. July, yes. So a couple months, man. It's like right around the corner.
Yeah, everything. Because then they'll tie into this other story. The out-of-competition drug testing is supposed to start along those lines. And the rumor was that the UFC is trying to get all the fighters to download an app that's going to tell the UFC where that fighter is at all times.
What's that one that was on the iPhone?
Something like that, yeah.
Whatever. They got like a bunch of fucking blips everywhere. They don't know. Like, ooh.
It's like
yeah, there's Tito again, the strip club.
Why don't they just hire Professor X then? Can't he just fucking tell you where all the mutants are?
Dr. Manhattan? Yeah, I don't know.
Fucked up. It's fucked up. That's way too Big Brother. You can't do that shit. There's some privacy things. There's some issues.
There is. But it's the price you pay for fame, Matt.
I guess. Hey, we talk about prices to paid for fame.
Yes.
Jon Jones.
No.
Go.
Here we go. So,
what's official?
As of right now, officially,
I will check.
Jon Jones is wanted by the Albuquerque police for questioning regarding a incident that happened earlier in the day, potentially.
Yes.
Regarding a hit and run. Somehow there was a pregnant woman involved, allegedly, and I don't know if it was a woman in his car or some other car.
It sounded like it was a woman in another car.
Okay, so he's didn't impregnate someone and then hit and run them, did he?
No.
He is the champ. He could probably do that, like in one 30-second swoop. So that's the official news. The other shit that's been rumored is that UFC 187 fights off. He's supposedly in custody already, getting ass raped in prison. There's been nothing. I've been checking throughout the show.
The UFC just released a statement, but it was just kind of like, we know there's some stuff going on, but we can't comment until all the facts come.
We know, but
yeah, you know what's gonna happen with this?
Nothing.
His car got hacked, Dingo. This is what always the Twitter account. The guy spews off some shit. Oh, my account got hacked. Oh, my fucking Bentley got hacked. You know, got goddamn Google car self-driving accident. Knows I'm hopped up on the cocaine. Probably can't be found for another day or 2 or 3 till it gets out of my system. Because I'm going to guess that they probably are going to take some blood.
For sure.
If you're a hit and run. It's all alleged. Alleged.
Well, the question becomes, why does this happens in all sport? Why are these motherfuckers driving themselves around if they're going to get fucked up? Get a driver, dude. It's not that expensive.
Because they're not the smartest of people.
It's not that expensive.
It's not, but they're
it's
not
so
smart.
cheap. You and
That's
I
the
could afford a driver for a night out drinking. It's like, come on, man. It's common damn sense. Whatever.
Well, we're making bank.
Yes. It's crazy money.
Yeah. Just printing it. That's Kenny Powers would say, make so much money, it would hurt your parents' feelings.
Speaking of money, we're being brought to you by who?
Thank you. Imposter City. They sell tons of sunglasses. You get 20% off with code MMA. Cha-ching.
Yes. So back to this Jon Jones thing.
Yes.
We're in, we're out. That's how we roll. Spend your money with the sunglasses and make us some money. Ching, ching, we make it rain.
That's right.
So Chael Sonnen has been saying for a while that he never thought this fight would ever happen. And now he's all over Twitter saying, I told you so, motherfuckers. But I'm wondering, there seems to be this undertone amongst media and fighters and whatever that the Jon Jones, like, there's a rumble underneath that persona that is that. And if a guy has been
Curious use of the
he got this. That's funny. I didn't mean to do that, but he got this close to almost getting his life fucked. Like what, 3 months ago, and here we are again. And you have to say the only thing that makes sense is that there's a man who has a problem, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, he hasn't hit the low yet.
That's scary.
Well, it's like I've been saying for years, the only person that's going to beat Jon Jones is Jon Jones.
You have been saying that.
And he's almost there. He is one car accident away from devastation.
There's a pattern here.
The problem is he's not going to learn until he seriously hurts himself or someone else. And, you know, he just keeps scaling by.
There has to be a consequence that's so severe that he's going to snap himself out of it.
Well, if the UFC wants to be tough and talk about all this, well, if someone's caught using steroids, we want to ban them for 4 years. Well, guess what? You got a fucking light heavyweight champion who you know is a cocaine user. He's already had a fucking DUI and hit a tree with hookers or something else in the car. Yes. And now here's another accident or something. If you guys don't fucking punish him for at least a year, you're bullshit.
Yeah.
And not that I want to see like the best fighter ever out for a year, but if you're gonna walk the walk or whatever, talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk and fucking do it.
Yes. I feel like
put your money where your mouth is.
They're enabling him at this point.
Hell
but
yeah.
It's because he's probably the only cash cow.
Cash cow.
Yeah. That's the problem. You okay over there?
No, I'm looking at Jon Jones' poster over there like and have Coke
I feel like doing a line or two. Just kidding. So we'll see. By the time the show airs, I'm sure there will be lots more news. So we're not going to be on the forefront of this development, like within the show, but you know, on our Facebook and whatever.
It'll all work out, I'm sure. No, he's done nothing wrong. Well, look at, and then you contrast this. Remember when Rampage went on a rampage? He was all hopped up on the Monster Energy drinks. Who are still sponsoring him, by the way.
Yes.
And didn't he hit? It's the same scenario. He hit a pregnant woman or something.
Yes. And there was a high-speed chase involved.
Yes. And what happened? He got off. The UFC got him off.
Yeah. It was like that Eddie Murphy. He's like, baby, it wasn't me.
Exactly.
What? I didn't drive this car. Are you crazy? I don't even know whose car. It was what? That's my car? I don't know. Dude, I'm getting a coffee right here.
You know what happened? Someone stole my car. Wasn't me.
This big ass truck, like 5 times as high as what? I don't even have my wallet. Why would I be driving? Doesn't make sense.
So if they could get Rampage out of that shit, they'll get Jon out of this shit.
No, I don't know about that.
I just wonder if he's still on probation from that other incident.
Maybe.
That was just a couple years ago.
That was in a different state, though. I think that was in New York or something.
Should still, I would imagine that should apply across state lines.
Perhaps.
Probation.
We'll see what happens. I think that this story is much bigger than we know at this point, and more will come out in the next 48 hours.
Yes. Because that accident would have happened Sunday morning.
Correct.
So he was watching UFC 186 with Arlovsky, I guess.
Doing blow. Maybe Arlovsky was involved.
I don't know.
He's like, drink this. This will make you hurt. Hair on your chest.
Hair on your balls. It'll all work out, Jon, or not.
I got nothing else.
I think that's it for
my stories.
For the news.
The news. Shall we get right into what?
Yes, the nuts.
Nice.
Kevin Regis. Think Rampage could get into contention for the light heavyweight title again?
I think that's a big long shot. Not with Jon Jones at the helm. He's going to have to... I think he needs 2 or 3 good fights to prove that. And I don't know that... You know, dude, a Shogun rematch isn't really going to, like, set him up for a title shot.
No, he should just do classic fights. I think he's going about it the right way. Avenge your losses.
Yeah, I like it.
Catchweight. And that's something else. I think we should do more catchweight fights. Who gives a shit about weight class? If everybody's cutting down anyway, why don't they do more catchweight stuff?
Yeah, who cares? Well, it blurs the lines.
Well, I mean, especially in the case for a guy who's maybe in Rampage's situation, I don't think he's going to contend for the title. So why not let him just catch weight it?
I say him and Rashad go at it next at like 220.
Fuck yeah, why not?
Why not? Let him get
start
bigger
building
and bigger.
start building this 225 division by doing catch weights.
Yes.
And why did they choose 215? That's kind of weird. They just let him get 10 pounds.
Arbitrary number. I'm sure it was agreed upon between the two parties.
But they still, because Rampage still had a cut, like 8 pounds or something. Why don't they just make it 225 or 230? Who cares?
Well, you got to have some, like...
Make it look like you're trying. Cody Xavier Sheev. Do you think Machida should retire soon?
No. I mean, I think he just had a bad showing. He's getting up there in age, too. I don't know.
Yeah, he shouldn't retire soon. He's had tough fights. He looked injured or off something. Or both. I'm telling you, all your heroes are drug users, Ango.
It could be. All my heroes are cowboys?
Or something. I don't know. All my exes live in Texas.
I was going to say
Is that where it goes?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
I don't like country music.
It's all good.
And he asked, can I get a t-shirt?
No. Go fuck yourself.
Okay. The man has spoken.
Who was that, by the way?
Cody.
Yeah, we can send him a shirt. Do we have shirts?
Yes.
Okay.
Large or extra large?
He's like, I'm 125 pounds.
Guess what, Mighty Mouse? If you can't handle a large shirt, go fuck yourself.
Yes. Tie it in a bow and let's show some
That's
fucking...
right.
What do you call that when the girls do that?
Mid-cliff or something.
You know, like it was popular back in the 80s.
Yeah.
They need to bring those days back.
And those fucking workout pants.
Yoga pants?
No, like the bodybuilder.
Oh, yeah.
Those things were the shit back in the day. I used to love wearing those.
People still wear those.
Yeah, that's scary. Those are scary.
They're always big dudes. Comfortable.
God damn right. So you got to either direct message us on Facebook or send us an email at fans@MMANUTS.com. Yes. Really, Scully Masoy, Matt and Ingo, based on what you're hearing or watching from Mayweather versus Pacquiao, pre-fight news, and videos, what's your prediction, and are you buying the pay-per-view?
Want to go first? You want me to go first?
Good.
I'm predicting one of two things. Manny Pacquiao, if it's a fair fight, if it's a legitimate fight, they're not fucking around, Pacquiao knocks him out in round 8 or 9. That's what I think, after a really good fight. But knowing that boxing, that the corrupt shit it is, it's probably going to end in controversy, and they're going to have to do it again. There's too much money on the line.
I'll agree with that. Controversy, redo it.
Why not?
500 million.
Let's go even more.
Money
crazy.
all around.
The pay-per-view is 149 at this point.
We're going to have to double it. It's going to be 200 because these fuckers are really expensive, and I have to pay off the judges, and it's 100 million a judge.
I'm not going to watch it live. I'll check out, whatever's happening, but.
No, we were just talking about this beforehand. One of our friends is a huge boxing fan, and
yes,
I used to be, and I can't watch it anymore. But I'd watch it if that guy was in town.
Yeah, Keith, he's going to some destination wedding or something. If he was in town, we'd be down. We'd be doing the barbecue. We'd be watching the boxing, having him yell and scream. It'd be great. I'd have a good time. But just to watch it, I'm like,
Can't watch boxing. I swore it off after so many of those stupid decisions that I didn't agree with.
Yeah.
I gave up on boxing.
Which is crazy because a lot of people I've talked to in general don't even know about this fight yet. So,
well, they only put the tickets on sale, a week ago?
Yeah.
And sounds like they should know about it, though. If this is supposed to be the biggest boxing match ever.
They're like, why is this such a big deal? I'm like, I don't know.
Because one guy is juiced to the gills.
It's supposed to be the biggest fight in history ever.
That's right. Alan Weir. It really seems that cars are getting pretty lean. What can the UFC do about all the injuries in the last couple of years?
Stop with all the drug testing.
Drug testing is a big thing.
Yes.
People are fucking their cycles up, and then, oh, gee, I got injured a week before my fight.
Yep. Yeah, and less drugs is going to lead to more injury, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to lower their training.
No, they're going to try to train at the same pace, and you're going to notice that your body can't quite keep up with that pace anymore, and then that's going to break down. And it's a vicious cycle, but one the UFC seems to embrace. It's all about the brand. Fuck the fighter, embrace the brand.
Correct.
Last question. Rigo Machado, in your guys' opinions, who are the top 5 draws of the UFC, a.k.a. the cash cows?
Oh, well, obviously, I think Jon Jones is top of the list at this point.
Honda Housey somehow makes
it
there.
Yeah, she does.
Conor McGregor might be getting
I think he's getting up there. Maybe not 3, definitely 5 or 4.
Anderson Silva, but he's not fighting so much
he's not
anymore.
I'm thinking of Diaz, but actually he's under fucked upness too.
He's going to be banned for life or something.
The heavyweights, any big heavyweight fight, if the heavyweight title holder fights, that's a big draw every time. I think, no matter what. Ian Velasquez, whatever. Whoever's got the belt, it'll be a big draw.
I'm going to think Mighty Mouse is probably
yes.
number 1, seeing how he pulled 668
big draw.
And
yes.
At least 10 pay-per-view buys.
At least.
It's my fucking bad. It's my fucking bad. I got nothing else.
Me neither.
Knowledge.
Hey.
Oh.
Have you seen the new Star Wars movie trailer?
No, but Joe Rogan and Goldberg have.
They have, and it's epic. I am looking forward to this movie. I was really worried when the whole thing, the licensing,
the Lucas to go to Disney. I was expecting more Jar Jar Binkses.
No, this looks pretty dark, and I'm liking it. And the new comics are really good. I've been reading those. The new Star Wars Battlefront for the Xbox and PS4 looks amazing. So fuck Battlefield and all that. I'm looking forward to that. It looks great, like a multiplayer shooter in the Star Wars universe. So they're really blowing it out. I mean, they got all kinds of shit. They just re-released all the movies on like all the digital formats for like $80-$90 for all 6. Sounds expensive.
Like Laserdisc. I'm ready.
It's funny you say that because actually I remember watching one of the first ones on Laserdisc. So, and I didn't really watch the whole thing. And in college, my roommates were like, "What the fuck? You never saw Star Wars?" They were like, "All right." He's like, "We're making brownies and you're gonna sit here." And we watched all of them. Like at that time there was only 3.
Yeah.
So, but I watched them, 6 hours straight, and I was like, "This is the coolest shit ever." So I don't know if it was the brownies or the Star Wars, but in any case, it was.
So you didn't watch those as a child then?
No, I saw bits and
pieces. Germany or
no, I don't know. Like I never got the.
That would have been what 78-ish.
Yeah.
For Star Wars.
I came here in 80. Something like that, 85. So I never, I missed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I never really like watched it, and I'm a big sci-fi fan, so I just never really got into it. And then my roommates were like, "Dude,
gotta watch this.
Gotta watch this shit." And that was right before the episode 1 came out, which I've seen twice only. And the first time, I don't remember what happened.
You saw Jar Jar Binks.
Don't remember. I remember. Yeah.
Ugh.
I watched this enhanced.
I wanted to kill myself.
Bad idea. So, college was crazy. I may or may not have had a run-in. Who's that guy that fell off his bike? What was his name? I discovered.
Here we go. There's this guy. He fell off his bike.
Yes, and he hit his head, and then he discovered something that everyone likes to talk about as hallucinogenic. Anyways, I may or may not have partaken in that. The first episode 1.
Oh, what the fuck you're talking about, man?
Of tugs, people know.
Okay. Yes. They know. Don't fall off your bike. I don't know what he's talking about. The funny thing is when you talk really low, it can't be heard.
On this thing?
Yeah, it just
doesn't pick up.
Silence because we have it. You have to talk at a certain level or the mics just go silent.
Right. Well, that's good. That's why you don't hear all the background buzz.
Right. The humming.
Yes. Right now there are squirrels fucking on one side of the set.
We have fluffers on the other side. Just
gurgling away. Can't hear anything.
Nope. That works out. That's it. Let's get out. Done.
That's been this week's edition of MMANUTS. My name is Zingo.
My name is Jon Jones.
Keep your nose clean.
Yeah.
Like, was that ref that does that all the time? The boxing ref, remember him? Mills Lane, that's it.
Gives 2 taps, 1, 2, takes a bump on this side, and
keep your nose clean.
That's it. Thanks for playing.